If you're looking for a Japanese destination that perfectly balances urban efficiency with just stunning coastal beauty, a place where you can step off a plane, clear customs, and be eating some of the country's best foods 6 minutes later, then we absolutely need to talk about Fukuoka.
We do.
Specifically, this incredible dynamic duo of Hakata, the city center, and Itoshima, the coastline.
Well, that 6-minute claim is really the core of this whole deep dive, isn't it?
Yeah.
For anyone who really prioritizes, getting the most out of their travel time, Fukuoka is just a masterclass.
It really is.
So we've taken a fantastic stack of recent traveler accounts, logistical guides, all of it. And our mission is simple. We're extracting the essential hacks, the must-see hidden gems, and maybe most importantly, the specific food discoveries that will just elevate your trip instantly.
And the key insight, I think, that we want you to hold on to right now is that Hakata is built for speed. The airport access is famously good 6 minutes, 2 subway stops, you're downtown. The food is delicious and astonishingly affordable compared to Tokyo. And you get this perfect balance of city and nature just a short hop away.
So let's start where every great journey begins. Just optimizing the process of getting there. Our sources highlighted some great tactical tips for the domestic flight from Tokyo's Haneda.
Okay, let's unpack that because it's a great example of finding a sort of hidden upgrade. Travelers specifically sought out Starflyer.
Right. Not one of the big two.
No. And you immediately notice their whole aesthetic. It's a glossy black exterior on the plane, and inside, all black leather seats, even in economy.
It gives you that immediate premium feel, but the pricing is still really competitive with carriers like, say, Skymark.
It's the subtle differences, isn't it? They've basically designed a premium economy experience without calling it that.
That's a good way to put it. The sources love that you get personal monitors at every seat.
For movies and dramas, yeah, that's usually reserved for business class on domestic flights.
Exactly. And the little things, too.
The amenities.
Yeah, they're not an afterthought. You get Tully's coffee, Meiji chocolate. It just shows a real commitment to comfort.
And for anyone booking, remember the logistics. Several sources noted using services like Rakupack to bundle the flight and hotel.
Which often locks in better savings than booking them separately. A good pro tip.
So you land.
And once you land, your best friend is the Fukuoka subway. This is where the city's genius really shines.
The proximity we mentioned. Only 2 stops, a mere 6 minutes from the airport to Hakata Station.
You just can't beat that anywhere in Japan, really.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The specific hack you need to deploy immediately.
Ah, yes.
Because while the trip is short, single subway fares are surprisingly expensive.
They are. We're talking 260 yen for just those 2 stops.
Yeah.
And that adds up fast.
So it immediately signals a strategy shift.
It does. You have to bypass the single tickets and go straight for the 620 yen one-day pass.
It pays for itself after just 3 rides, right?
Exactly. If you plan to visit Tenjin or, use the subway for dinner and then head back, you've already broken even. It's an instant value multiplier.
That is smart, immediate savings. And speaking of efficient logistics, what about accommodation?
Well, one highly recommended spot was the Nishitetsu in Fukuoka. It's conveniently located near Tenjin and Nakasu Kawabata Station.
And the appeal wasn't just the location.
No, the sources said the rooms were immaculately clean, and they really enjoyed the high-floor breakfast venue, which has this great view over the river.
And for international travelers, they had that complimentary smartphone in the room.
A massive help. For local calls, navigation, it just simplifies everything from day one.
All right, so we're settled, we're mobile, let's get straight to the food.
And finally.
Fukuoka is famous for its cuisine, not just because it's delicious, but because it delivers this gourmet quality at really competitive prices.
Let's start with lunch near Hakata Station at a spot called Ikapan.
Right, Ikapan. It's on the B1 floor near the east exit.
And while their main specialty is actually taki gyoza boiled dumplings, the sources were just completely captivated by their lunch set.
I can see why. For just 800 yen, you get this enormous sukiyaki-style beef bowl.
And it's not your standard slightly greasy gyudon. The travelers described the meat and the seasoning as tasting like, high-quality sukiyaki beef.
And that 800 yen includes soup, kimchi, and you get an egg at the table you can just add yourself.
It's a genuine, filling, gourmet experience for under 1,000 yen. It's a perfect illustration of Hakata's promise.
That value is unbeatable. But the dinner experience introduces a totally different element.
The atmosphere.
Yeah, the intrigue of a place called Chinpunkunpun.
The name itself suggests mystery, doesn't it? It's written with question marks in Japanese.
And it's intentionally tricky to find. You're looking for an entrance that's like a ninja mansion.
A secret hideaway. Because to get inside, you literally have to push a rotating wooden wall.
That is the ultimate aha moment. You feel like you've unlocked a local secret.
And once you're inside, the affordability is just amazing.
It raises that question, why is the regional food so much cheaper here?
Well, the travelers reported that the skewers at Shinpunkanpun are about half the price of what you'd pay in Tokyo. It's the regional economy.
And the must-try dishes?
Definitely gomasaba, which is fresh sesame mackerel, a local delicacy, and the impressive 30-centimeter jumbo skewers.
Wow. One source noted that even after a bunch of skewers, gomasaba, beer, and sake, the total bill was still barely in the 2,000 yen range.
It's a culinary landmark.
Yeah.
But of course, we can't talk Hakata without focusing on its most famous dish.
Ramen.
Ramen. And the sources contrast two different shots, which I think provides a great strategic choice for you.
They offer a kind of yin and yang.
That's it. First, there's Hachin Ramen. This place opens late, 9 p.m.
And it's noted as serving like standard, intensely nostalgic Hakata ramen. This is the spot you hit for a traditional shime.
Your late-night finishing meal after drinks. Total comfort food.
Then you have Hakata Genki Ippai.
Ah, the famous, slightly eccentric one.
It's the no-sign shop. You have to look for a blue bucket outside to know if they're open.
Right. If the bucket's not there, they're closed. And it's famous for its soup.
Super creamy, but described as non-heavy, not cloying at all.
The traveler said they drank it to the last drop. And the good news is the shop has apparently relaxed some of its previously strict rules, like no photos.
Oh, that's good to know. Makes it a bit more traveler-friendly.
Before we wrap up Hakata cuisine, let's quickly tick off the rest of the checklist. You have to try matsunabe.
Right, the local hot pot. For anyone unfamiliar, it's beef or pork offal braised with vegetables in a savory broth.
And the sources specifically pointed to a place called Nagamasa. They praised the great service and the essential finishing component. Zusui.
Ah, the rice porridge. They cook rice right into the rich leftover broth. It's the best part.
The ultimate closure to a meal. And finally, dessert. Don't neglect it.
You have to find anything with the local Amao strawberries.
Highly prized. So sweet and fragrant. A shop called Itu King near Hakata Station was a big favorite.
Right. Stomachs full, efficiency maximized. Time to move to the coast for that natural beauty. We're talking about Itoshima.
But first, a crucial geographic reality check.
Yes, the aha moment that trips up so many travelers.
Itoshima is not an island.
I think the Shima in the name confuses people.
It does. But it's a city, a peninsula, right next to Karatsu in Saga. So access is straightforward by train, about 40 minutes from Hakata.
So you arrive at Chikuzen Maiboru Station. Now comes the critical transportation warning.
This is a lesson learned the hard way by our sources.
Absolutely. Once you're off the train, the decision is car, bus, or bike.
And the traveler who chose the rental bike, trying to capture that adventurous solo traveler feeling,
Oh, no.
ended up in what they called sheer despair.
Despair. That's a strong word.
They cycled 10 kilometers, a tedious 35-minute ride to the coast, through what they described as monotonous, unremarkable scenery.
The mental toll was the real killer. They said realizing they had to cycle the same route back made the exhaustion 1.5 times worse.
So this is not a scenic bike ride. Their advice was unambiguous. Unless you are a professional cyclist, rent a car.
Why is the car so necessary, though?
Because Itoshima is expansive. It's spread out. The iconic spots are not clustered near the train station at all.
So driving is essential.
It is. And they even give a tactical tip. Use comparison services like Taburai Car Rental to find the cheapest options.
Lesson learned. Reserve that vehicle. So let's drive straight to the iconic view that makes the trip worthwhile.
Sakurai Futamigara, the undisputed most famous spot in Itoshima.
It's the perfect postcard view. You've got the beautiful white torii gate in the sea, and behind it, the Miyoto Iwa, the married couple rocks.
Yeah, and they're bound together by that massive Shimenawa, the sacred rope.
But what's fascinating here is the astronomical timing.
Right. It's one of Japan's top 100 sunset spots. But the real draw is the alignment.
The sun aligns perfectly between those two rocks near the summer solstice in June.
It's a site that deliberately connects architecture, culture, and nature. It's pretty incredible.
And moving from the sacred to the more modern and quirky.
Itoshima is packed with Instagrammable photo opportunities.
Like the famous palm tree swing, the Yashinoki Barranco near Zo Itoshima Hanten.
And there's a giant shark statue nearby you can pose with, which is fun.
Then there's the very minimalist spectacle of #Jihangun.
Which is really just a lot with a set of decorative yellow vending machines.
It's just a backdrop for photos. It's all about the aesthetic.
It is. But let's move to the truly unique local food experiences. We have to talk about eggs.
At Farmhouse UOVO.
Yeah, this is a deep dive into local quality agriculture. They specialize in Tenjo-ran eggs.
Promoted as being low cholesterol, high protein, and with double the DHA.
A super egg, basically. And the experience is unique. You can get an all-you-can-eat egg TKG.
Tamago kake gohan, raw egg over rice.
Yep, the eggs are buffet style. But their number one seller is the hot sandwich, which uses 3 of these premium eggs.
Wow. And another standout is the London Bus Cafe.
It's exactly what it sounds like. A classic red double-decker bus parked by the sea.
And you can buy gelato. The sources mention the local Itoshima salt flavor, and then eat it inside the bus.
It's a novelty, but a fun one.
And for those seeking pure nature and adventure,
2 spots. There's a path at Miyadohama Prefectural Park with trees arching overhead. Sources called it the Totoro Tunnel.
oh, nice.
And then the spectacular geology of Kiyano-Odo Cave, one of Japan's 3 major basalt caves, and it's the largest.
And viewing is by boat, right? A 30-minute cruise.
It is. But the critical detail here is that access inside the cave is entirely wave-dependent, so you have to book ahead and watch the weather.
Okay, good tip. So we'll wrap up the itinerary back closer to the city with a visit to a shrine that perfectly illustrates that connection between history, light, and the sea.
Miyagi-Duck Shrine. It's a spectacular place, famously featured in an old JAL commercial with the group Arashi.
And its main claim to fame is the Path of Light.
Yeah, this perfectly straight path that leads from the main shrine stairs all the way down to the horizon line of the sea.
The visual is incredible. The sun aligns along that path only a few times a year.
But even if you miss the precise alignment, the view down that path to the sea is impressive on its own.
And the shrine is also famous for its 3 claims of Japan's best.
It boasts the largest great drum, the largest great bell, and the sheer immensity of its shimenawa, the sacred rope.
The scale of that rope is it's hard to imagine. And they replace it annually.
And the sources noted that the rope was actually made by an apprentice of the person who created the massive rope at Izumo Taisha.
Oh, interesting.
But this one is twisted in the opposite direction.
A little bit of cultural rivalry, maybe?
That's deep cultural nuance right there.
And before you head home, you have to grab a traditional snack.
Matsuge mochi. It's mochi with sweet bean paste, but with a crisp toasted exterior.
From a stall called Shimaya on the path leading up to the shrine.
A must-do. And finally, souvenir shopping, which brings us full circle to that incredible local produce.
At Itosaisai.
This market is a powerhouse. It's the highest-grossing JA direct market, that's the agricultural cooperative, in all of Japan.
That fact alone tells you everything about the local agriculture.
The sources noted the sheer abundance of fresh produce, especially those Amao strawberries. Shoppers are buying them by the box, not the pack.
So what does this all mean for someone planning this trip?
I mean, Fukuoka delivers on its promise of unparalleled efficiency. The speed from the airport to downtown is just astonishing.
And the food quality is so high, from that creamy ramen to the hidden izakaya.
But the key logistical takeaway is the contrast between the 2 halves of the trip.
Right.
Hakata is built for efficiency, but our sources show unequivocally that Itoshima is built for cars.
You have to plan that coastal transportation wisely, or that high-value day trip turns into bicycle-induced despair.
Exactly. The sources show that Fukuoka offers these surprising luxury touches, like Flying Star Flyer, combined with these really practical, high-value local experiences.
The 800 yen beef bowl, the 620 yen day pass.
What really stands out is how regional travel, when you approach it with these hacks, offers immense depth without the crowds or the costs of larger cities.
We've seen at Miyagi-Deka Shrine and Sakurai Futamigara that this region places this huge value on aligning structures with natural cosmic events.
Which makes you think, if the path to the sea at Miyagi-Deka aligns with the sun only a few times a year, what other ancient structures or famous landmarks around the world, from Stonehenge to the temples of the Maya, are deliberately built to capture a fleeting natural alignment? And what does that persistent historical priority of blending architecture with the cosmos say about our human desire to find order in the natural world?
That is something to chew on until our next deep dive.